YouTube, I am so happy you're here. In today's video, you're gonna get your ultimate summer guide, your healthy hot girl guide to fully glow up in less than 90 days. So if you're sitting there and you're like, I wanna have my best summer yet, and I wanna look and feel amazing, this is for you. We have 10 chapters. So I want to make sure that we dive in and get started. We're going to talk about everything from simple makeup to skincare routines to how to get fit to how to actually have a fabulous summer filled with so much fun and time for you, no matter what your responsibilities look like and what you've experienced in previous times in the past. And the best part about this is not only are we going to look at what you can do internally, but what you can do externally to truly transform in a short period of time. So not only am I giving you tips as a holistic nutritionist that's been doing this for almost 20 years, but also as a mindset expert that specializes with working with women in reprogramming their subconscious mind to create the life and body of their dreams and surpass their own limitations. So are you ready for this? By the way, if you want our ultimate summer guide, this is my free step-by-step guide. You want to make sure to stay till the end. I'm also going to link it below, and I'll make sure to link everything that I talk about in today's video. If there's anything that I missed, just let me know in the comments. All right, let's get started. So first and foremost, this is so exciting. We want to talk about how, no matter where you are in the world and what's going on for you, we want to talk about truly romanticizing your life. Now, I know this is something that gets talked about often on YouTube, or maybe this is a new concept to you, but what this really is you understanding that the frame in which you see everything is the frame in which you experience it. I talk about a frame often because I think it gives us a good context to really go, wait a minute, like the frame around a picture sets the tone for the picture itself. The way in which you frame everything that you do puts a context around it. You could either take a bath, or you could be like, I'm taking a bath. I'm taking a bubble bath, and I'm gonna put essential oils, I'm gonna light candles, I'm gonna make it an experience. Or it's, I'm gonna take a bath, I've gotta take a bath, I just wanna get clean, I'm gonna sit in there, I've got about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna just pop in, pop out, right? Or there's, even if you only still have 5 minutes, there's setting the frame and the context around it, which shifts the experience, right? So I wanna really invite you to romanticize your life. No matter what's going on in front of you, I guarantee you, even if you don't like the house that you live in or the certain friend groups that you're in right now or the state of your current relationship, how can we romanticize what exists to amplify that which you desire and remove that which you don't? And what I mean by that is it's very similar to when we bless that which we have, it multiplies, right? But when we are focused on the lack or the things that we're wishing that we had that we don't have, or it would be so much better if I had more money, or it would be so much better if my house was bigger, if it would be so much better if I had designer clothes, or right, or a different car, or this, then we're actually creating more lack in our lives, and we start seeing more lack everywhere. Remember, where you place your focus, your energy goes and grows. So when we start looking and romanticizing everything that we do, everything becomes more vibrant for us. It becomes more luxurious. So I want to invite you into romanticizing your life. Even when you go and get a cup of coffee, take a moment to get quiet with yourself and think, oh, okay, this is a ritual with myself. This is so decadent. I have this cup of coffee. I love my cup of coffee, right? Like I'm obsessed with my Nespresso machine, or I was. I have switched over to tea, as I talked about in another video, but I still love the ritual. Even with my tea, I froth my almond milk, I put, my collagen in it. I sit and I have my beautiful mug that I love, and I just sit with that and my journal in the morning, and I romanticize the experience. I'm not chugging it down on my way somewhere. I'm taking time with it. Even if time is limited, I'm creating my time and my experience. So you guys get the concept around romanticizing your life. All right, so I have a lot of notes, so if you see me looking down, it's just because of that. Let's go into your nutrition, because this is really huge. So when we're really looking at, and I do just want to say this, romanticizing your life, the other thing that I really wanted to mention is I want you to start looking at how you can add more into your current life where you are. So this is a point that I meant to that's really, really important. So for instance, the women in my community will say, you know, Melissa, but I'm stuck and I can't really travel, or my kids are doing this and I'm in, and I go, okay, well, what can you plan that's available? Often where we live, there's really cool things to do that we don't think of because we live there, right? And even if you're like, there's not much around here, what can you create? Can you do a day trip? What are some activities that you can start to plan? Are there things that you can buy, right? Like maybe one day, you're gonna order paint and canvases, or you're going to go to Michael's or the dollar store and get different things, and it's going to be an arts and crafts day. Maybe you do a spa day, or you do one at home, right? Like there's so many different things, but remember, we want to look at what we have and how can we amplify it? How can we make it better? So putting things down that really, really excite you, planning those trips, putting them on the calendar, going into Pinterest, getting excited about what you're doing. If you don't make a plan for it, it's not going to happen. Plan your trips now. Even women in my community were saying, Melissa, well, we're talking about this, but we're not really sure. I'm like, if you don't plan, it's not going to happen, right? Like we're already midway into June. Summer is, sadly, it is not a long period of time. So you really want to look at what you want. Again, if you are looking for an ultimate guide, actually printed out guide that will take you step by step through this process, we are putting in the links below. It's my Have Your Best Summer Yet ultimate guide to your ideal body. Create so much fun in your life, but this process is one that we do when we want to transform any situation in your life. So this guide is great. It's completely free, and I created it for you, and you can apply it to anything in your life, not just summertime. It's great for all seasons, holidays, and different things, to be intentional with your time so that you make the most of it. And so on the other end, you're really sitting there going like, wow, I did a lot in a short period of time. I had so much fun, and I'm really proud of myself and all that I accomplished. And I had the best experiences and memories from it, right? So that's what we want to really, really get into. The other thing that I wanted to tell you, not only planning fun activities, but also embrace spontaneity. And this is something that I want to say to all my controllers and my type A's. When invitations come, be a yes. Remember, there's a saying that I have, be a yes until you're a no. And so it served me really well, especially as somebody that's like part introvert, part extrovert. And sometimes with the work that I do, there's so much giving out, and I'm like, oh, I just need some time for me. Be a yes until you're a no has served me tremendously, because I just tell myself, I'm just going to go to that party. I'm just going to go to that event until I'm ready to go. I don't have to stay all night. I don't have to go on that date and spend 4 hours. I don't have to do anything that I don't want to do. I'm just going to be a yes until I'm a no. And that way there's no regrets. That way it's like, okay, I went, I did it. And if I want to stay for 10 minutes, and there have been times where I've literally walked into a place and I've stayed for 10 minutes and I'm like, I'm fully complete and I'm ready to go. And there were other times I stayed an hour, and there were other times where I was like blown away. I had the best night of my life, and I was so grateful, and I met friends that I still have. Like there's so many different things, but you don't know by just being a no, right? So be a yes until you're a no, especially if you're somebody that's, starting a new chapter in life. You're wanting to mix things up. If you've been feeling stuck, getting yourself out of that is by doing things differently. I always say, in order to get to where you want to be, you have to do things differently, right? We have to start doing things differently than what we've done that has not been working for us, right? Okay, so romanticizing your life. The next thing that I want to tell you about that and really creating your best summer is I want you to think about, what if you challenged yourself to do one thing that scared you, or one new thing a week? One thing that scared you, or one new thing a week. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. What would that be? What is something that you would do? One of the women in our Limitless Academy, she went sailing, and she was like, it was just completely different. It was a crazy windy day. It's still freezing here in Alberta. And she's like, but I went and I met all new people, and then there was a dinner afterwards, and it was so much fun. And I just said to her, I go, what if you did one new thing or one thing that scared you a week? Just imagine at the end of the summer, how many new things you would have tried, and how you would have gotten out of your comfort zone, and things you would have learned about yourself by facing things that you feared, right? And that's what life is about, guys. It's about the experiences. It's about doing things differently. It's about learning how to stretch ourselves and grow ourselves and to see what we're really made of. And I think you would surprise yourself. The entire reason why I have a business called Limitless is because we are limitless. We came here, our souls came here to expand and to express and to have so much fun. We did not come here to struggle. We did not come here to suffer. We came here to learn and to grow. And that doesn't mean that hard things don't happen, but it's all the frame in which we see them in. So choose a positive frame and to choose to see that life is always working for you. Okay, so all of this in Romanticizing Your Life, by the way, we're still on chapter 1, is going to build tremendous confidence. So if confidence is a goal of yours, if you've been wanting to feel excited by life, if you've been wanting to build confidence and to start to trust yourself and build a new you in a different way, just by applying this one chapter from today's video is going to do wonders for you in so many ways. And if you're somebody that struggles with your weight and being healthy, I always say, the fuller your life, the less you want the food. The fuller your life, the less you want the food. I promise you, I run a program called Love Your Body, Lose the Weight that I've run for almost 20 years. We've had thousands of women go through it. It is globally recognized, and they will all tell you the fuller they made their lives, the happier they were, the more things they had going on that lit them up, that excited them, that didn't feel like responsibility, right? But it was, again, the lens in which they saw it through. The less they wanted food, the less they even thought about it. It's like being away on vacation when you're just like, oh wait, you're just in such a state of relaxation and joy and happiness, right? That often people are like, I wasn't even thinking about my weight, I wasn't even thinking about food, so I just wanted to throw that in there. Okay, so next we're going into nutrition. And this is about getting the body. Because lady loves, I'm going to tell you right now, if you are looking to release weight and if you're like, oh my God, I really should have started sooner, and what do I do and how do I get there? I want you to know a lot can happen in 90 days time, a lot. And it's never too late to start. So let's not beat ourselves up, and let's not get into, oh my gosh, I can't, right? Like, I don't want to even wear this, and it's so hot, and we want to get out of negative self-talk and beating ourselves down. I really want you to look at food as fuel. And this is something that I teach in my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program, which is a fantastic program for anybody that's struggled with their weight for more than a year and has even disordered eating, emotional eating, any of that. And I've just found that they've been on the dieting roller coaster forever. I'll link that below as well. Food is fuel. We're actually running a special on it too. Okay, but anyway, let's go back to this. Food is fuel. So when I say this, what I mean is I want you to really think of, how can I get my biggest bang for my buck? So in the summer, as a nutritionist, and I specialize with clean eating, and that's eating foods closest to their natural state. And what that means is, this is not counting calories and macros and all the things. It's simply eating real food, not things that live in bags and boxes, not tons of protein bars and protein peanut butter cups and like bonbons and like all this. It's like, no, like, I don't know why I always reference bonbons in videos. I've never had one. I don't know. Maybe I need to. But I say this because it's really food is fuel. And when you start looking at food that way, how's it making me feel? Is it giving me energy? Food should not make you feel tired. That's an indication that you ate too much or you ate things that didn't agree with you. Food should give you energy. It is, you are filling up your tank to get from point A to point B. It should give you mental focus and clarity. That's what food should do for you. In the summer, we want to eat foods that are vibrant in color. We always want to eat in season. Why? Because that's when you're getting food that's most potent in flavor, right? And this does not mean that, like, you know, again, you want to look up, like, what are the top foods and fruits that are in season in the summer, right? This is when it's a great time. Strawberries, watermelon, all your berries, honestly, are fantastic in the summer. Any of your melons, other things, summer squash, again, like sweet corn. Just think of, honestly, I would just Google a list of foods that are in season this summer and look at them and go, which ones appeal to me? Just in reading them, your body will give you the cues on the specific foods that it's wanting for you. And that's something that I love to teach, is how the body is always guiding you. We are animals by nature, and everyone's got a unique composition, and everyone's body is completely different. There are specific foods. And the coolest thing about that, when you read through those foods and you sit there and you're like, what is it that my body is calling me to, not my mind? Your body will even call you to foods that you're deficient in. My clients are always like, this is crazy. I found out, like, I found myself needing a lot of, like, oranges, and then that I was deficient in vitamin C. I'm just using, like, a simple example, but it's really incredible. I had another client recently when she's like, I'm, like, craving the sun. And I was like, we've got to check your vitamin D3. And we really had to up the D3, right? And so that was her own body guiding her, and she was so deficient. So that's a beautiful, beautiful, simple exercise to do. So we want to eat things that are closest to their natural state, vibrant in color, and in season, okay? And that is the best. Farmers markets right now in the summer, have that as an experience. Bring your kids, make it a family affair. Other things that I wanted to tell you to do is, you always, especially if you're looking to release weight or you want to build lean muscle or maintain your weight, protein is key, especially women over the age of 35. You want to do 1 gram of protein per body weight. This is going to be so huge and a game changer for you. And you really want to focus on eating your protein first, and then going to your veggies for that fiber. And then you want to have fruit, honestly, at the end of the meal. That's going to help with your digestion. It's also going to help with ketosis. And honestly, it's going to help you with elimination and processing through, and actually holding on to the nutrients that we want to fuel your body first and foremost, which is that protein really going into those glycogen stores right away. So anyway, as I'm saying all of this, what I really want to say to you is, we really want to focus on lean protein. This is, really looking at soy, egg whites, chicken, whitefish, shrimp, any of your shellfish, Greek yogurt, plain Greek yogurt. I'm not talking about the sweetened that has, like, sugar and honey and the granola and the this and the that, or the fruit on the bottom with the syrup. I'm talking about plain Greek yogurt. That has about 20 grams, cottage cheese, nuts and seeds, but I'd really more stay in the other frame, and really go off of the first that I said around, like, soy, tofu, and then going in with whey protein, protein powders, and make sure that they're clean. Honestly, that's the best. And what that means is, you're just looking for not a lot of sugars and chemicals. And so that's going to be super supportive. And why is protein important? Because it builds lean muscle, it keeps you fuller longer, it staves off cravings, and it supports with focus. It also supports with weight loss and weight maintenance. And then you want to go to your plate being filled with veggies, and then last, your fruits and your other complex carbohydrates. Once you go there and you've got your protein first, what that does is, honestly, you get fuller faster, and that's going to really, really support you in releasing weight effortlessly. And then you're not thinking about it. And when you're properly fueled, you don't have extensive cravings. You don't. And what that means is, you've eaten a certain amount of fat, certain amount of protein. And that, again, you don't have to get crazy with this. Women in general, it's small amounts of healthy fats, And so pay attention to that. Pay attention to how many sources of fat you have on things, right? Like if you're going and getting a salad and there's avocado, dressing, cheese, nuts, seeds, honey roasted this, and then you have, that's a lot of sources of fat. And that's probably a high fat salad. And that's not going to help you in releasing weight. So you really want to look at dressing on the side, how many sources of fat, and pick what you want that to be, right? Okay, next, you really want to watch out for sugars. This is a huge time in the summer where, unfortunately, there's a misconception around juices, and we end up wasting a lot of calories on these coffee drinks and frozen slushy things. And like I said, getting a green juice that has 4 different green apples pressed in it, and you're just sitting there not even realizing that you just had all of that sugar. Remember, sugar is sugar. It doesn't matter if it's natural. And yes, that's better for you than cane sugar, but still, if it's not burned off, then it's stored as fat. It just is. So really look, I look at those Edwalla drinks and I'm like, these are not healthy. This is an immense amount of sugar. This is more sugar than a Snickers. This is crazy. So really look at your green drinks and start to educate yourself on the ingredients that are in your drinks and what you're doing. And it's definitely the same with those coffee drinks, especially from Starbucks. When they have the barista blends and the creamers and the whipped cream, and always ask, are you adding syrup to this? You will be amazed how many things where you're going, oh my, I had no idea that on top of the whatever French vanilla, they're adding in a French vanilla syrup, and then I'm adding in my own sweetener, and then there's whipped cream on top, and then there's a barista blend coconut milk that has 3 times the amount of sugar and fat than the coconut milk that I have at home, right? So really understand, that's how all of a sudden you're going, I don't get it. I'm trying to release weight. I'm not even eating nearly as much, but I'm not losing weight. And it's the same thing with acai bowls and other things of that nature. Acai bowls is just a healthier version of ice cream. When you get the acai bowl and then it's got sliced banana and then granola and then honey and then nut butter and then cacao nibs, that is a lot. It's I'll never forget when my best friend, they came out, it was a few years ago, and she's like, Melissa, I don't get it. I'm gaining weight, but I go, so talk to me, what are you eating? Because 90% of it's diet. And then she's like, well, and she's like, after I drop my daughter off, and then I go and I get an acai bowl, and I'm like, how many of these acai bowls are you having? She's like, oh, it's now my lunch every day. And I'm like, and what's in it? And she told me, and I was like, girl, you're eating a 2,000 calorie acai bowl. This is and it's all sugar. Even if they're adding protein powder in it, it's a lot of fats, carbohydrates. Acai is all fruit. So I just wanted to say that. What I would rather you do is, I love to make smoothie bowls. And this is where I will get my protein powder. I use a vegan protein powder. I'll get a protein powder, I'll do a scoop, and then I'll add a cup of almond milk. The more ice, the thicker it gets. And then I'll add in my berries. And if you want, you can do a banana or a half a banana, and then you can top it off with cacao nibs. And I put it in a bowl and I make it like a Wendy's milkshake. So I'm eating it with a spoon. It's delicious. But that at the most has 250 calories. It's completely different. So I love to eat, but I eat in a way that's smart, that makes sense, and that's literally beautifying me inside and out. And it's giving me the energy, and it's supporting my personal goals for me. If you want my cookbook that has my smoothie recipes and everything that I do, put cookbook below in the comments. And we select a winner each week. We've changed that. We're selecting 3 winners each week on Sunday. So we will let you know, and we will send you the cookbook complimentary. And again, if you want the summer guide, I'm telling you, it's so good. Okay. I'm very, love it. I'm obsessed with it. And all the women in my Limitless Academy membership did it. And it's a game changer because nothing happens without intention and nothing happens if you're not clear on what you want. So it's going to help you get clear on the exact goals that you have for this summer, what you want to experience, your self-concept, your identity. And honestly, it's going to help you to not only get clear, and then it also gives you additional things that are going to support you. Okay, so other things I want to tell you, those are juices, smoothies, got it. Okay, so this is important. I want you to pay attention to, in terms of your nutrition and getting out and being with friends, have fun eating out in the summer, pay attention to how you feel, get a big water bottle. This is something that I absolutely love. If you're not drinking water, now is the time, especially in the summer. We end up expelling so much more than we typically do in terms of how much we sweat. And just being out in the sun, especially for those of you that had a really, really hard winter where you were indoors a lot more. So you want to get a good water bottle. I ideally like at least 1 liter, and I fill it up throughout the day. I have a book called Sip Yourself Slim with 65 water infusions. If you need help in that area, that is linked below. But if not, let me tell you a few that I absolutely love that are super simple and easy to do. One that I love is my flat belly water recipe, especially in the summertime. This is a game changer. This is taking a medium cucumber, thinly sliced. The thinner, the better. You're gonna peel it, thinly slice it. You're gonna do 2 tablespoons of grated ginger. You're gonna get 2 medium lemons, thinly sliced. You wanna make sure they're organic because the rind is gonna sit in your water. And then you're gonna do 12 mint leaves. You're gonna put this in a beautiful pitcher and you're gonna fill up, and this one concoction, you'll make it once. You can keep filling it up with alkaline water throughout the week. It should be good for at least 5 days. And when you drink this, I'm telling you, not only will you have more eliminations and support your body and detoxification, but you're also gonna have a flat belly and it's gonna curb your cravings. The other one that I absolutely love to do, I love to do sliced strawberries and I put mint leaves. It is just absolutely delicious. You can add in some cucumber too. It's just so fresh and so refreshing for the body. And it's just got a hint of strawberry with that mint. It's absolutely delicious. Another one that you can bring with you to the gym that's gonna curb cravings and cut belly fat is doing 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of organic lemon juice. I honestly do a tablespoon of Ceylon cinnamon. And then I do a dash of cayenne pepper. Not only does this do a thermogenic effect on the body, which and also helps speed the metabolism, but it's gonna curb your cravings and, like I said, help cut belly fat while giving you energy and stabilizing that mood for you. So this is something beautiful to do. I highly, highly encourage you to please drink as much water as possible. Not only is this gonna keep you fuller longer, but it's gonna help stave off cravings and it's gonna give you that beautiful glow. You guys all ask me about my glow. I have this all the time. Yes, I have on some glowing makeup because I'm gonna show you my summer skincare look, which is what I'm wearing right now. But also you see me in my workout videos when I come on and do shorts and other things and I wear no makeup and my skin is glowing and I'm 46 years old. It is the water that I drink. It's these water drinks that I drink. And it's the food that I eat. I mean, everything that I do, I share with you because I want you to benefit too. And I want you to have what you want, right? And I know we're all about feeling and looking amazing and aging backwards and having a great body and just having a great life. Okay. So other things that I want to tell you that's so important to do, get your family involved. So if you're sitting there, you're going, eating healthy and it's really challenging with family and kids and my partner and barbecues. It's really not. It really, really isn't. It's just a story. Change the story. Tell yourself that it's easy. Get them involved. Bring them to the farmer's market and get them excited. Start phrasing to your children that an apple is just as exciting as ice cream. They might not feel like it, but they only know what you tell them and what they get told by others. But you can put You can put a frame around, instead of deeming it healthy eating, about how delicious fruits and vegetables and eating whole foods are. Educate them as you're educating yourself. It's a really empowering thing to do. It's a gift. And we've got to take care of our bodies. I mean, this is the greatest gift that we have, and we're going to be living them. This is our soul relationship. The other thing that I did want to say with nutrition, and this also ties in with romanticizing your life, is dating yourself. Whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're, married or you're starting on a new path in life, right? The best is yet to come, no matter what that is. And I want you to always have that mindset of the best is yet to come. It's already so amazing. It just keeps getting better and better and better. But dating yourself is an opportunity for you to educate yourself on, who am I now? What do I want now? Who do I want to be now? How do I want to dress now? How do I want to look? How do I want to feel? How do I want to talk to myself? And we find this out the same way we do by dating another person. We learn more and more and more about them. We find this out by dating ourselves. So if you're in a position where you're like, I'm empty nester, or like, I just had a baby, or I just got divorced, or I just got into a relationship, or I'm just single for the first time, or I'm single and I haven't found anybody. It's like, okay, well, let's identify who you are now. And the summer is the best time to do this, because you can take yourself on a date to the beach. You can go and read. You can just bring your journal. You can take yourself on evening walks. You can go and get yourself flowers. You can test out different recipes. Again, my wholeness cookbook, just put that below. So many great recipes in there. But I want to say this because it's a beautiful opportunity for you to get to know you. And when you really get grounded in you and love you, the world mirrors that back to you. And you start just naturally attracting in people, opportunities, invitations, everything that aligns with that version of you. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, this is so crazy. Like, I just found out that I love paddleboarding, and I just met 2 new people and they're into paddleboarding, and they invited me to go on this cool trip. And it's like, it's in your space because you just open that up energetically. And that's really, really powerful and beautiful to do. So I just want to say that to you. And that brings us into chapter 3, which is, it's time to get moving. It's time to get moving, girl. Gotta get moving. And getting fit, I'd love to put a different frame around that. So if fitness and working out and moving your body, it has a negative connotation, if you've been dieted a long time, or you just felt like you have a story that I'm not an athlete or I'm not this, I just want you to put the frame around it is my healthy girl era. It is my time for my own personal glow up. I don't care. I don't know if globe's even passe or whatnot, but I like the term. It's like, this is my time to go to the next level. And this is my healthy girl era. I want to feel good. I want to look good. I want to do good. I want to be good, right? Like, when I find that women feel really good in their bodies, no matter just their energy, they feel like they're taking care of themselves. They are so confident, they are happy, they are less stressed, they are better, they are an incredible example for their children, they inspire their partners, they're excelling at work, they're just overall, they're happier. And that's one of the reasons why I love to teach what I do. And I love to see this, and I really want you to have that too. So if you're sitting there and you're like, okay, this is your time. So we want to put a parameter on this. What do you want? What do you want to achieve? How do you want to feel in your body? What do you want it to look like? No matter where you're starting, let's take it to the next level. And a few things that I want to tell you that I absolutely love. I want to attribute this back to Shailene Johnson. If you don't know who that is, I absolutely adore her. She's amazing. But if you are over the age of 35, ladies, we've got to get out of the constant hit pounding, need to work out incessantly, cardio, burpees and this and that. Your body's gonna hold on to weight. You're putting in like a shocked, high stress state, and you're spiking that cortisol. So a few things that are really, really important that you wanna do. Shailene Johnson really, I wanna say, I was teaching this already. This is like known about like zone 2 cardio and like how important it is about walking. But Shailene took it to another level with her huge following and really speaking into the power of walking and doing 10,000 steps. And if you don't know who she is, definitely check her out. I will make sure she is linked below. But I love the movement that she's created around 10,000 steps and empowering people to just get started and to see just how much your body can slim, how, especially if you're in perimenopause or menopause, and again, just over the age of 35 with those hormonal shifts, even if you don't even feel like anything's shifting, it is just so much better for your body to start to get into how much can we move our bodies. And it's simple things, right? It's just how much more movement can I do in a day? So I want to encourage you to get out of the mentality of, oh, I went to the gym, I'm done with working out today. It's like, no, can you stand? Can you take meetings and go on a walk? How can you park further away? Can you take the stairs? Can you just do dance breaks? Can you get in your body more? Can you involve your kids? Can you involve the family? Can you get your partner going? Get your pets in there, right? But how can we just get in the space of recognizing that we are animals by nature, living very sedentary lives where we're sitting often, and how can we just have fun moving more? Those 10,000 steps a day is my invitation to you. And then keep stretching beyond that. I also love to do added weights. I share in my community, putting ankle weights on, a weighted vest, wrist weights. People always ask me how my arms are so. I'm like, it's because I'm carrying around, I carry this all day. And I go on walks with it. And I switch arms. And I do have wrist weights, right? So I say that because these things matter. I will also put a link down below. I want to make this as easy for you guys. To my Amazon storefront where I have my Fit Girl things that I do, or things that I like and I've personally tried that I can attest to. But that's where I'm saying, anytime I like to think, just like I do with food, how can I get my biggest bang for my buck? I want to eat in a way where I know it's nutrient packed, it tastes delicious, and it's going to do amazing things for my body. I don't even know what it's doing, but I know it's doing something, right? I'm okay, green tea. I know the benefits. I'm on it. I will drink it. I am down, right? I saw my body so I say that to you. Now next, what I really want to tell you, it's the same thing with fitness. If I'm going on a walk, why wouldn't I add some extra weights? I mean, it's putting a pound on each ankle or 2 or 3, whatever you want to do. It's incremental. It doesn't feel like as much. Yes, it can, depending on how long you go, but it's you're already out there. Why not up the challenge a little bit? Why not get the extra calorie burn and build lean muscle while you're doing it? That's how I think. I'm how can I maximize that 30-minute, 10-minute, 1 hour, whatever I'm doing? What can I do or add to it that's going to propel me forward in the same time frame? It's the same thing as when you're looking at somebody creating content. It's if I'm doing this video, I'll take this video and you're going to see it in 5 other places sliced out, right? Because I'm taking the one thing that I'm doing. This is a completely different thing than this summer, but I'm taking this one thing that I'm doing and I'm going to put it all around. So my point with fitness is make it work for you. You don't have to work so hard. It's about moving more and make the movement more meaningful for you. Right? Really make it more meaningful for you. And another great way to do that is do walking dates. I love to plan walking dates. That's a great way to catch up with friends and family, especially those that don't live near you, or setting times and appointments with people. Find fun in fitness, whether it's pickleball, dance classes. I had one of our clients in Limitless Academy. She joined a belly dancing. She's that's been on my bucket list. The point is to do things that excite you, where you're in your body and connecting to you. Listen to music, take yourself on dates while you're walking, do a walking meditation, but enjoy it and find time doing it. Make time for fitness, make time for movement, schedule it in. I have to tell you, here's an incredible opportunity for you to get up earlier and to start doing that now. So when the fall comes, you're already there. I actually started in the beginning of the summer doing a full hour earlier. So instead of my 5 a.m., I'm up an hour earlier than that. Some of you, that's might seem super crazy. I love the morning and I do a lot in the morning, and that's when I'm most creative. I would rather do that. than be up late. That's my own personal thing. I didn't just start there. I'm not saying that's for you to do, but that's a great example where it's just like, what if you just got up 30 minutes earlier and you were up and saw the sunrise in the morning, and maybe that's your thing, and you go for a walk in the morning, and maybe you do 3 10-minute walks throughout the day. But where can we add more movement in? Also, embrace outdoor activities while it's warm out. For those of you, I'm in a warm climate all the time, but those of you that are not, how can you really do more outdoor activities and enjoy it as much as you can, right? Okay, remember, it's about progress, not perfection. So we want to get fit together, and I'm here to do it with you. If you want inspiration, follow me on my stories on Instagram and on Facebook, and on TikTok too, where I share my daily workouts, inspiration for you, and I take you on my day-to-day life. If that's what you're wanting, that's what I'm doing there, and you're in my life on a day-to-day. I share with you what I'm eating, what I'm moving, what I'm listening to, what I'm reading, all the things. Okay, now I want to make sure I'm hitting all the things. Can I say all the things one more time? Okay, another thing that I wanted to tell you that's so good. I'm missing a few things here. Nutrition tips and water tips and getting fit. I love to put fruit or fruit juice, like juice from like when you're done with the watermelon. Take the watermelon juice and put it in your ice tray, and then fill it up with any excess water, and then you put those ice cubes in your water. That is absolutely fantastic to do. Another thing that's fantastic is anything on the grill is amazing and so good for you, okay? You wanna focus on green. And another thing that I really love to do, that I wanted to share, is I'm also loving, and you'll see this, doing like avocado toast with edamame and everything but the bagel. I will put that on. I'm gonna stop talking and do that way. Okay, another tip for you that I wanted to tell you that's great to do is, with school, we do like a recommended reading list. What is your summer reading list? What are the books that you want to read this summer? Whether they're self-development, and that would be another great thing to share below so we can get ideas from each other. What summer, do you want self-development this summer? Are you looking for fiction, nonfiction? What are some things that you're like, okay, this would be good. I want to do this instead of watching TV. I want to read more books. Whatever those goals are for you, set them out. They're going to be important for you. Okay. So, this is the other thing that I want to tell you about getting fit. When it comes to transforming your body, ladies, you've got to pick up weights. We've got to go heavier on the weights, and I want you to do full body circuits. That's going to be a game changer. Instead of breaking into body parts, do full body circuits, keeping your heart rate elevated. And doing that, it can be a 30-minute full body circuit, and that will be fantastic for you. I also again, that's great. And another great way to really release weight more quickly is at the end, do something called a fit finisher. And this is where for just 5 minutes at the end of a workout, you're gonna do higher intensity interval training, right? HIIT training. You're just going to do it for 5 minutes. So you're going to get on a treadmill, and if you're like, I don't run, you're going to jog for a minute, and then you're going to walk for 30 seconds. Jog for a minute, walk for 30 seconds. Or you're going to sprint for a minute, jog for 30 seconds, or walk. And you can do that in any increments. You could sprint for 30 seconds and jog. Whatever it is, you're mixing it up and switching the body and switching your time frames. Now, the other thing that I want to tell you with lifting heavy is really what you want to do is you're going to lift to atrophy, meaning it's about 6 or 8 reps at the heaviest weight that you can, to where you feel like where you're not compromising your form, but at the end of it, you're like, oh my God, my arm, right? I can't, I need a minute. That's where okay, that's a good weight. That's a weight that's going to build muscle quickly. That's what we want to do, and that's what lifting heavy is. And each one of you is going to have a different amount of weight. Why I like full body circuits is it's really about functional training. I train in a way where I want you to be able to put me on a surfboard, in a gym, swimming laps, paddle boarding, hiking, rock climbing. I want to be able to hold my own. I'm not saying I'll be fantastic, but I want to be able to hold my own and feel strong and empowered in my body. And that's why I train functionally. I also want flexibility, mobility. I want to work on cardiovascular health, and I want to challenge my mind because I want to support in the process of aging backwards, of really getting my mind to have to focus on all cylinders and guess and not know what it's doing. So I'm recruiting all different muscle groups. I have to stabilize my core, right? These are all important things to do, and I want to talk about that. So that is getting fit. We're moving into body confidence, and this is really, really important. Okay, so this is chapter 4. Oh my God, guys, this is gonna be a very long video. I'm gonna try to speed it up. All right. If you saw how long my script is, I went a little crazy. I'm not gonna lie, but I did. Okay, so what we have to still go through, just to tell you, we're gonna go into body confidence. So I don't know if you guys knew this about me. I used to be a fashion designer, and I used to style my clients when I lived in New York City. And I did that for about 12 years. And one of the things that I really worked on, even when I started my ideal, I used to have, then I transitioned into starting my own business. It was called MK Makeover. And I used to make over my clients. I would create plans for them to not only release the weight, but I would also help them to style their bodies as they release the weight and in their new bodies, and really help them to mentally be in that new identity so they wouldn't gain the weight back. Because a lot of people gain weight back when they haven't really embodied the new identity, right? And that's with anything. If you haven't embodied a new identity, then you will bounce back to the previous aspect of self, right? Because you haven't cemented it in yet, which is why I'm so big on mindset. But I share this with you because I used to style women and work with them on their bodies. So whether they were apple, pear-shaped, really finding silhouettes that worked for them, and I used to shop for them, and then we go into Bloomingdale's, they try on the clothes, or I would have clothes sent to them. And now I even do that with my elite clients, and I fill their shopping carts, and then they go through, and it's so fun. But I say this with you because body confidence is huge. And in the summer, what can happen is, if it can feel uncomfortable if you're not really confident in your body. And especially when we transition in ages, there was a point in there where I found myself kind of going like, I don't know how I want to dress anymore. Like, I'm 46, and I was like, and it wasn't that I had limits on myself, like, oh, I'm 46, I shouldn't be wearing that anymore. It wasn't that. I don't believe in that at all. I believe you do you, boo. But I found myself looking in my closet going, I don't know, like, I don't want to go into like Marmy land, but this stuff feels too young and like not right. And I don't know where I'm landing in here. And I had to do some research and get clear on like what designers, if I had one designer, so I always ask my clients, if there was one celebrity that you like, especially when they don't know their style, if there's one celebrity style that you love, who is it? Right? Like, is it Jennifer Aniston? I love Jennifer Aniston in The Breakup. Like, I thought, and I also love J-Lo's like couture style. Like, I'm like, yes. But so I say that too, because think of a celebrity that you might like, where you're like, every time I see them, like, I like that vibe, right? Like Jennifer Aniston's like the t-shirt, like white t-shirt, jeans, but then like in The Breakup I liked her style, if anybody knows what I'm talking about. So finding that is really important. And then, so I say this to you because if you found that you're kind of like, I don't know anymore, like I'm kind of confused on like, so here's what I always tell you as a ex-fashion designer and stylist, although I am a forever fashionista, and I do believe I will have a line against it. But what I wanted to tell you is, when it comes to body confidence, I don't care what's in style. It's what you feel good in that matters. That's it. End of story. I don't care if you're like, but bell bottoms are in, should I be wearing them? Not if you don't want them. Just because it's in style does not mean it's the right style for you. Put on things that make you feel beautiful. I find that finding color palettes that really work for you, that was another thing, that identifying like what colors are best on you. I also find if you have, like, for instance, I love stripes, but whenever I buy them, they sit in my closet, I never wear them, right? So I'm like, okay, note to self, I'm generally more of a solids over like all these patterns, right? But I say this because with body confidence, what it comes down to more than anything is you feeling good in your own skin. So if you are looking at what is good for me, I really want to tell you, one, you want to accentuate your strengths. So if you know you have good legs, then you want to wear things that show your legs, right? And if you know that you have more weight in the middle, or if you know that you're apple shaped and you don't have much of a waistline, then we'd want to do things to create a waistline. One silhouette that works on everyone's body is the wrap dress. Whether it's sleeveless or has sleeves, it is fantastic. Diane von Furstenberg was the first to create the wrap dress. It is complimentary on anyone's body. Really notice about, I would steer away from patterns, a nude heel, a nude platform, a nude flip-flop. Anything nude is going to elongate the leg and support you, and it will never go out of style. When it comes to bathing suits, find things that feel really good for you. If you know that you don't really feel confident in your midsection, then getting a bathing suit that has ruching in material is going to be great for you, right? If it's a two-piece, maybe it's one that's a high-waisted, that would be great. One thing that I will also tell you that's really important is if you know that you're not as happy with the lower part of your body, I'm not saying, but like everyone knows the parts that they feel more comfortable with. One thing that I can find, always go up a size in a bathing suit. What you don't want to do is have the bathing suit pinching your body. We don't want bottoms that are cutting into your butt and cutting around the waist. Same thing with your underwear. It's not flattering. Always just go up a size. I don't care about the size, but it's going to support you in looking better. And to be honest, you know, the most universally flattering bottom on a bathing suit is always a string. Why? Because it's not cutting anything, right? It's almost like less is more. It helps all silhouettes, okay? So I wanted to say that to you. Your goal is to work on your self-concept of how you talk to yourself and who you believe yourself to be. And the more you tell yourself amazing things about yourself, the more confidence you're going to have. What I'm really inviting you not to do is to allow your weight or a poor self-concept, you not thinking that you're enough or look good enough or need to lose weight, to detract from the joy and the fun that's available to you this summer. And that's so important. I really, really want to tell you that more than anything, it's imperative that you're really in a space of, I'm choosing to love me. I am more than this body. I'm gorgeous. I am irresistible. I look amazing. And everyone thinks so. Done and done. And that you're really, really in that space with yourself. That's so important. And that's going to be an absolute game changer for you in terms of body confidence. Okay? And you have to really work on that for anything that you want to create in this life. And the way you talk to yourself is the way other people are going to treat you and see you. So make sure that that's what you're working on first and foremost. Do it in front of the mirror, script it. That's your primary focus. And don't let your weight or any limiting beliefs stand in the way of you being a yes to you, to saying yes to invitations, and to you having fun. Remember, it's time to do things differently than the way you've done them that has not worked for you. Now, let's move we went into chapter 5, which was dressing for your body type. And this is, I really, really want you to find the things that you enjoy about fashion. I don't care. Get out of wearing all black. Accessorize, get a cool handbag, look at shoes, and start to find silhouettes that feel good for you. Look for designers where it's like, okay, this designer gets a female's body. This designer gets my body. And I want to invite you to embrace your curves. Gone are the days of the stick model bobblehead. No. We want to go into, I want you to focus on loving you, and I want you to focus on embracing all aspects of you. There's only one you. You are stunning. You are enough. You are amazing. And we're done. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to tell you is we want to go into practicing presence and appreciating every aspect of yourself. And so when I talked earlier about dating yourself, I would love if you had a journal about just self-love and affirming all the damn time just how amazing you are and how much you love you. Okay, now, last but not least, play with colors and find silhouettes that you love. And my last invitation with body confidence and dressing for your body type is find your summer anthem song. What is a song that you put it on and you're like, ooh, right? Like I'm hearing Lizzo right now that's like, ooh, child, tired of the bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to start singing on YouTube. I just did. But I want you to find a song that's like your summer anthem that you listen to and you're like, oh girl, I'm on fire, right? Like it's on, it is happening. Okay, now let's get into this because this is where it's all beginning. Oh my God, I've got to go. I've got to get going here. All right, now we're going into your inner beauty routine. And these are important things. So I talked earlier about water. Now let's talk about teas. So one thing I'm going to tell you, lady loves, especially those of over 35, you want to move your coffee to 11 o'clock. It's spiking your cortisol, it's messing with your hormones, and it's not helping with any weight release. So we want to get off of that and move your coffee till later. And that's the same with your teas. We want to focus on water first thing in the morning. I gave you my water recipes. All right, next, game changer for glowing skin. Glowing skin. For this inner beauty routine, we already started with talking with yourself. We talked about dressing yourself. Okay, starting with your morning routine, this sets the stage for everything. You need to take at least 2 minutes to align with you. There's something that I teach called the 5, 5, and 5. 5 minutes of meditating, 5 minutes of writing, 5 minutes of reading something inspirational that inspires you. That is inspirational. 5 minutes of reading, 5 minutes of writing, 5 minutes of meditating. When you write, do 5 minutes of gratitudes. This simple practice will change your life forever. That's my invitation to you. Next, what you're going to do, and I absolutely love, is I really want to invite you to try more peppermint tea. It not only is going to reduce inflammation in the body, give you a flat belly, but it's a game changer all around. Yeah, you will love. And you can have it cold, you can have it hot, and that's what I love. I make pitchers of tea. I just did another one earlier today. It's all ginger green tea. I boiled almost like half a box, and then I filled up 2 pitchers, and I drink it throughout the week. And that's what I have in the morning. I put my collagen in, I froth my almond milk, I add a little lion's mane. That's my morning thing. It is fantastic. Okay, focus on green. And that is overall, we already went into this with nutrition, so I'm gonna move through that one more quickly. Apple cider vinegar, if you can, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar in the morning is going to be amazing for you. In 8 ounces of water, drink that back. It's gonna help curb cravings, help with belly fat, and also give you glowing skin. All in all, a good one. Now we're moving into our summer beauty routine. We want to keep this simple. So your summer beauty routine, exfoliating your skin and your body, is incredible to do. I love getting a really, really good sugar scrub. There's so many different ones that you can choose from, but get one that speaks to you, that has a good scent, exfoliating your body. I get exfoliating gloves, and I go from my neck and I go all the way down. I do my legs. I exfoliate my skin probably 3 to 5 times a week. I absolutely love it. You're gonna do it before shaving. It's gonna help to really take off that top layer of dead skin, and that's gonna give you an even smoother shave and sheen to your leg. It is incredible. Okay, you want to get a really good soap. We can talk about Castillo. You can do Dove, anything that's really, really, truly cleansing your body, helping to get the grime off. We sweat more. There's more that's happening and perspiring. That is a great thing to do. Next, that I want to tell you, and I absolutely love. So these are a few things, and I'm going to take you through. You've got to do sunscreen. My favorite sunscreen is a mineral sunscreen. I don't have it on me. I'm out right now. I'm actually waiting for it. But it is Sun Better by Skin Science. And this is, my dermatologist turned me onto it, and it's so true. I live in Florida. We're like Caribbean sun. It is the only sunscreen that I use that nothing comes through, because I have freckles and I will get no sun damage. I could be out all day. It's got a little tint to it. It is amazing. I don't use foundation, and that's just like, it's like all I use. I absolutely love that. I'm gonna show you the other ones that I absolutely use that I love. Now, if you use retinol, break it in the summer, unless you are putting on a heavy sunscreen and walking around in a hat. But retinol is just gonna, trust me, you're gonna end up, if you go out and have retinol on your skin without sun protection, I highly recommend taking a break from it in the summer, because it will highly damage your skin. So I just want to say that. I know that from making the mistake myself and forgetting and not paying attention to it. Okay, let's go into my favorite skincare routine that I want to tell you about. All right, so good. So good, guys. Okay. Now, I had to take some water because it's necessary. So, this little clip, these are these clips. You guys always ask me, how does my hair look so good? Like, I work out so often, what do I do? What you wanna do is you want it on top of your head. And I mean like on top of, right? Like it's just like this. I'm gonna do it loosely. I'm not doing a lot. I'm putting it like this. I'm gonna work out like that. I don't care what I look like. I really don't. And I say this to you because it's so important. This is a game changer. And then I sleep with it like that. Not only this is protect your hair from breakage, right? But when you do this, the sweat doesn't mat down your hair. You don't have to wash it as often, and your hair looks amazing. You guys always ask me, how does your hair look like that when you come out of the gym? Did you do it? No, I literally go like that, right? And then it comes down, okay? So I always get asked, these clips are a game changer. And I have a lot of hair, as you know, as you can see, and it's fantastic, and it helps me to I live in Florida, and I really try not to wash my hair too often. And the water here is like really hard on the hair. But that saves, and not only that, it adds volume to your roots. And then when you're working out, the sweat, like I said, it doesn't mat down. This is a game changer. I promise you, just go get them. Go get them. All right, let's talk makeup. Oh, I meant to tell you, this is one of my favorite things, baby oil gel. I learned about this a long time ago when I was living in New York City, and I've always used it. If you struggle with any eczema, dry skin, anything, and you just want a beautiful sheen on your leg, when you get out of the shower, after you exfoliate, you're gonna put on, this is the shea and cocoa butter. This is baby oil gel. It's like in the baby section. You're gonna put this on your legs, and then you put your lotion on after. Yes, it's gonna feel like oily, but I'm telling you, just do it, and then put on like your PJs at night, or walk around in the morning. And I'm just saying, your skin is gonna be so smooth. People are gonna be like, what are you doing? It is amazing, especially in the winter. Now let's talk about my favorite combo. I shared this with my clients, and they're like obsessed with it. And I have to tell you, e.l.f. Glow, Sun Bum Glow. I do e.l.f. first, and then I do this. This gives you a little bit more of like, it's very, very thin. It's a light coverage. Like, look at how, well, I hope you can see, but it's very natural looking. But it gives this beautiful summer glow. e.l.f. first, and then Sun Bum. Amazing. Like, everyone asks me about it, and I'm always like, I mean, I've done a lot of videos on it, but I just wanted to make sure to put that here. Other things that are incredible, Lumify keeps the eyes white. Fantastic, especially if you're short on sleep, or you were just in the ocean all day, or chlorine pool, and you need to look bright-eyed, and it just looks great. I mean, I'm obsessed. I always have them on me. Love. Okay, let's talk about summertime makeup and summertime glam that's necessary. After I do these two, I put my eye drops in, a little e.l.f. I don't want a heavy look in the summer whatsoever. I'm on video a lot. I'm also out in the sun. I just do a little bit of this under the eye and on top. Amazing, amazing. e.l.f., their camo. This is mine is light sand for my skin. I just do a tiny bit, tiny. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys NARS Orgasm Liquid Blush. Put a few dots, blush it in. Then, this is when I'm doing more of like a day fuller of makeup. And I will link these below. It's just my contour stick. I literally go like this. I mean, I'm talking, this routine is 5 minutes, tops. Down each side of my nose, little dot here, straight across. And I will either I just get my brush and I go across, and sometimes I will do right here and here. That's it. Then this is a little duo that comes on Amazon. This I love. It's like a, what color would we say this? More of like a gold shimmer. I put one down my nose. I will put this on my eyes. I love this little stick. I love both of those. They're so easy. They're so cheap too. They're amazing. And other ones that I love too is Tower 28. This is West Coast. If I want more of a, yeah, okay, sorry. I'm like ASMR. Okay, West Coast. If I want a liquid bronzer, and I'll just get the brush and I'll do a little around my forehead, or I'll do it here if I don't want to use this, okay? But this is like a 2-second dab, and then I'm like, okay, we're just gonna add a little cheek in there. Now, love from Selena Gomez, love Mesmerize highlighter. I don't know if you guys can see, I have a little bit here and here and here. Beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. I think this would be good on every skin tone. I'm obsessed. Okay, I'm gonna put that over here so it's not in there. Now, we're going back to e.l.f. because, I mean, they just produce solid. This is their No Budge Shadow Stick in, I think they don't have many out. Perfect Pearl. And this is what I'll put on in the inner eye. Just like literally pull this down my lower eyelid. I can't talk right now, which is not good because I'm on a video. But this just creates that very white look, and it's so simple. And then I'll put a little corner dot in my eye, and it just opens up the eye. And it's just very clean. You can't see it, right? Like you can't even tell. This is like the no makeup look. All right, now let's talk mascaras. So Lash Paradise, love buildable mascara. I also like to take 2 mascaras from the same company, which always has similar foundations, so they always stack really well. And I like to define my lower lashes. So I will take, this is Lash Paradise, and this is Sky High. Okay, so they're not by the same company, but this is what I do. So I will use those together to give and keep building until I get a desired look. As for my brows, you guys always ask about my brows. Too Faced brow wig, I literally just, it's like this, and I will just, I'm so fast with it. I'm not doing much there. That's me. Now this I'm obsessed with. They no longer have it at Sephora in this color. I had to go and find it. It's by Danessa Myricks. It's the Dew Wet Balm, and it's in rose water. And this is like look at this. I put a little on my lips. I mean, just look at how beautiful that is. I'm obsessed. It's so pretty. I don't even know what to do with it. So good, right? Like, what? So good. Now, another one. If you want to look like you had lip filler, but you didn't have lip filler, like me, Joah, am I saying this right? Joah. So this one is in, I'm always playing with different lip liners and putting them a little outside my lips. So, you just do the Cupid's bow and kind of draw it down. This is in nude. I love, and people, again, I always get asked, always, did I get my lips done? I thought you got your lips done. I'm like, no, I have not. Not that there's anything wrong with it. I just don't. Now, if I want to go up a level, what I will do is get black eyeliner. Like, so for my night look, that's like my, like if I'm doing a built up day, right? I'm going to an event. Like after this, I have a networking event that I need to go to. So I'll take this black eyeliner and I will put it on the inside lid underneath, so you don't see it on top, but it's outlining my eye, and it just makes them really pop. Now this, and this is again by L'Oreal, and this is their signature, and it's literally in noir cashmere. And this I love. This is one of the MAC pots, and it's in melon. This is another one that I always get asked about. I love to take it with a little angled eyeliner brush, and I'll put it on top, just a thin line on the top and in the corner, and sometimes I'll put it underneath. And this is just this beautiful golden, it's you will just, it's like elegant to the nine. You will love, absolutely love. And that is my simple skincare routine for summer, where taking it from like day to night, which I just showed you. And now let's go into, we did your healthy girl morning routine, right? And then what we want to do, last but not least, is, guys, your mindset is everything. In order to have your glow up, you need to focus on positivity, gratitude, staying present, and you really want to invest in your vision and get clear and be intentional. Nothing happens without intention. Nothing. So really place your focused energy and attention there. And like I said, if you want my ultimate guide to glow up this summer, taking you through step by step that you can do, I did it myself, and I'm like, this is amazing. It got me to book 4 trips this summer, reach out to friends, do different things, like so many. It just aligned me completely. And this is when we actually are intentional and we create our reality. If you want that, get it. It's in my links below. I would love to have you. I would love to have you get it. I would love to create it for you. It's completely free. And if you want to be a part of Limitless Academy and join our membership to truly know how to transform your mind, body, and go to that next level, then join us in Limitless Academy. It's super low rate to join. You don't have to stay. Check it out for a month. And if you want to stay, great. And if it's not what you want, then you are happy to go. But we would absolutely love to have you. If you're interested in my Love Your Body, Lose the Weight program, that's below. Most of all, I'm just so grateful that you're here. Please, if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like, comment. And if you want the cookbook, put cookbook below and we'll put you in the raffle and we'll let you know. All right, guys, all my love. Have a beautiful and blessed day, and I will see you in the next video.